All right, guys. So, James, if you come in closer, this is our 2010 Porsche Targa 4S. White on factory painted white rims. This is quite a rare option vehicle, I would say, only because it's also got terracotta interior. So if you look inside here, we've got PDK, terracotta interior, and then believe it or not, that's a silver wheel. Very, very, I guess you can call it eclectic taste in cars. If you come over here, the biggest thing I love about these Targas is this big light bar in the back. I think it looks very classy, very timeless. And this truly is like Miami Vice spec, I would say, white on white. The big roof on these Targas, they actually slide down. And I'll show you what I mean. When I picked this up, it was actually a really nice day. And when the sun comes in, it feels different. Uh-oh. There we go. That's it.
And welcome back. We're back out here at the hangar. Beautiful blue sky, sunny Saturday, and we've got some interesting developments that have occurred. I'm standing in front of the 2020 Porsche 718 Spyder, which we actually procured off of private leads a number of weeks ago. Now, for those that don't know, I spent about 10 days in the UK, 25% pleasure, 75% business. I was looking through some potential vehicle opportunities over there while also visiting the Isle of Skye and did a little bit of driving through Scotland. Prior to that trip, I had made contact with a private seller in St. Catharines, Ontario with regard to their 718 Spyder. It was posted on AutoTrader. That's the car I'm standing in front of right now here, and the car was posted and listed up online that we had been notified on through private leads. So after we had made contact with the private seller and we had done our deal, we put that car on a truck and it arrived here just the other day, and now it's coming into inventory. Finished in Carrera white. It's a really nice car. Satin brushed wheels, a couple other options of note. The Heritage design package. It's a sick car. Really, really nice piece. CPO Porsche warranty, for those that aren't familiar. CPO warranty is actually the closest you can get to factory warranty coverage in the used Porsche world. It's acceptable worldwide, and this car happens to have its Porsche CPO warranty valid until August of 2026. And so that's going to be a massive peace of mind for anybody that wants a used 718 Spyder, pre-owned rather, and does not want all the headaches that might come with the purchase of a used car. Carrera white exterior, satin brushed wheels, Heritage design package, which also gives you the extended leather. What I'm talking about here is the deviated stitching in red that you'll get crawling across the dashboard. You'll also have it extend into the cabin here. Deviated stitching all across the door card. You've even got it, my personal favorite as to where I love to see my stitching, the ends of the dashboard inserts. Insignificant, however, the little touches really differentiate Porsche from so many other auto manufacturers. You also have leather trimmed footrest, floor mats, embossed Porsche logo in leather. And then, of course, you've got the full bucket seats, which you can see on the inside of the car as well. Beautiful, beautiful specification. Optioned with the enthusiast-pleasing 6-speed manual transmission, embossed Spyder logos in the headrests, carbon bucket seats, the whole nine, Porsche crest in the center console. I'm always excited whenever these cars come into inventory. Every car is special. This particular car, more so than the average 718 Spyder that you might see advertised for maybe even a little bit less money, $5,000, $10,000 less than what we're going to be asking for this car, $153,900. However, the devil is really in the details, and in this case, the appreciation is really in the details as to the entire car you're buying and the deal that you're purchasing as a whole. So, very excited for this. This was not sourced through some fancy wholesaler. It was not bought through a Porsche dealer. This was procured off of a private seller via AutoTrader, thanks to our software system. Pretty remarkable stuff. Be it that it's a 718 Spyder, a lot of the questions that I'm sometimes asked about these cars is, well, what's really differentiating this from a 718 Boxster GTS 4.0? It's got the same engine. It's also a convertible max. It costs about $20,000 less on average than the equivalent 718 Spyder. So what gives? The Spyders are interesting. The Spyder cars go all the way back to the road-going race cars that we saw in the 60s and the 50s. The 550 Spyder, for good reason, the Spyder that killed, unfortunately, James Dean, not to get morose. However, the Spyder has a very long lineage with the Porsche brand. They're like the Targa cars as they're compared to the convertible cabriolets. People either see the value or they go with the convertible, and that's fine. However, Porsche wouldn't put a vehicle like this into production if it didn't have a loyal buyer base, and if that buyer base didn't see that value inherent in either the Targa range for the 911s or the Spyder range for the Cayman lineup, the Boxster lineup for that matter. So, I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you how the Spyder top retracts and deploys, because some people get a little bit overwhelmed at the thought that, oh, I can't just press a button and it does it for me. A couple more steps involved, but it's very, very straightforward once you get the hang of it. So, you key on the vehicle. Of course, that gets the process started. That deploys as such, and it actually breaks open the clamshell rear cover. Beautiful singular piece of metal starts to deploy, and this is the manual component. So you take your two hands attached to your two arms, and you take this, and you feed this over, up, and through to the top mounting point. You're gonna see these little mounts here. That's for later. At this point, we take the entirety of the top, the beautiful white clamshell style cover. Press down on that. You'll hear the automatic lock in place. A little bit of pushing required here. You'll see a detent release through the fabric. You affix that as so. You complete the same procedure on the opposite side here. That satisfying Teutonic click. Close this door here. Joining me over here on the driver's seat. Get into the vehicle. And now it's all up to this button right here. In the center console between your suspension management and your spoiler deployment and exhaust. Make sure your visors are down. And your Spyder is now converted to a rain-sensitive coupe.
So this 2019 Harley-Davidson Softail Deluxe. quality blooper reel. Just from the very sorry. You know what? I'd rather hear that than deer. So this is a 2019 Softail Deluxe. It was sold to us by a very good friend and client of ours. Repeat client. We're always happy to see people come back and choose to deal with us once again. This is a very well appointed bike. It's got Bassani fishtails, the ape hangers obviously, tons of chrome, unique paint finish here, or lack of a paint finish. And my favorite part, it has a very aggressive Stage 2 cam and tune on it. This bike, despite what it looks like, moves pretty good. We'll be listing this up shortly. We just did photos for it today, gassed it up. It is ready for a new home, and I'm looking forward to taking some calls on this bad boy over the next few weeks.